Miss Pritzl at the Appleton West Library, and I am book talking a realistic fiction book called Little Do We Know, and the author is Tamara Ireland Stone, who's also the author of Every Last Word, which is why I picked up this book to read. So this is told from 2 points of view. It's told from the point of view of Hannah and her former best friend, Emery. Now, Hannah and Emery have grown up next door to each other, so they literally have pictures going back to like when they were 1 year old, or even before that probably. I think their parents, their mothers were pregnant at the same time. So they've had this relationship. They're now seniors in high school. They don't go to the same school, but it starts out in that we also know that their friendship, they no longer are friends. But we don't know why. We get little hints along the way, like somebody said something and then somebody said something else, and they were like mean things. So that is how part of the tension that builds throughout the book is finding out that secret about, because Emery's like, you can't tell anyone. And if anybody asks Hannah, Hannah's like, you got to talk to Emery, because she's promised not to tell. So it's a really good book. So I'm going to tell you about Hannah first. Hannah is the daughter of a pastor, and so he is the pastor of their church, but also the school that she goes to. And she, partly as a result, and we know this, partly as a result of her fight with Emery, we know that she's starting to question not just her faith, but her father too. And it's not that she's having a crisis of faith. It doesn't that she doesn't have a faith. It's that she's looking at like other world religions and what are their thoughts about certain things. And so she's like she's thinking more about her faith and questioning, if she's questioning things, she's questioning more about her father. And her father is a decent guy, but even everybody makes mistakes. So that is mostly what Hannah is dealing with. Now, Emery is very spontaneous. She is a theater type. She's starring in not our town, the schools. So this is her final play for school. She's auditioning for UCLA's Performing Arts program. She's dating Luke, who there's a lot of opposites attract in that one, because he's a lacrosse star at the school, and she's the theater person. So they have two different kind of friend groups, but they've been dating for about a year, and Emery's also dealing with like, okay, we know this relationship is going to end because he's going off to Denver, he's got a lacrosse scholarship, and she plans to go to UCL or some other school. And something happens to Luke during this book that brings Hannah and Emery back into talking to each other, whether they like it or not. It's not always happy talking. And more comes out. Another important thing to talk about is that Emery's mother is getting remarried, and she's very excited about this wedding. And we know that Emery doesn't really like this guy. But she's going to be going off to college, and mom's going to be moving in with him. So, she's like, I'm fine, I'm good. But there's a lot of stuff that comes out at the end. And I like how Tamara Ireland Stone really does a good job of slowly revealing to keep you engaged in the book and stuff like that, slowly revealing what broke up this relationship and why and how do they resolve those issues. So it's a really good realistic fiction book if that's your cup of tea. If not, I'm more than happy to help you find something else. Have a fantastic day and keep on reading.